Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful day. Whoa, I love the weather. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. So, this morning, I'm on my way to church anyway. I just want to share one or two experiences with the children I work with and their families. I'm a specialist in autism and I'm writing my second book. The second book is very sensitive. It's about autism and ethnicity through the lens of the BAME group. A BAME group is the Black Asian ethnic minority. Over the years, I've worked in this department for 20 years, so I've decided to put everything in the book. So I will share my experience and other people's experience as well. Other professionals who are coming on board to contribute to this book, which I'm very grateful. And it's a sensitive book where we have to be very cautious. And there is a website called Autism Speak. We have to learn the language, how we speak to autistic children, and what our views are, and the things we say, the things we're not allowed to say. So I know a lot of people are going to be checking my book out. A lot of people want to know, and I believe because the book is so sensitive, that's why it's taking this long, and one word can destroy that book. So we're very cautious and we're very careful what we're saying, the words, the language, the style. So working with ethnic minority parents, a lot of them are in denial. The reason why they're in denial because our culture doesn't accept this kind of condition. So it's very difficult. I understand some of them, but my worry is you either deal with the problem now or later it becomes more challenging when that child grows up. I had so much challenges, insult and all kinds of things with some of these parents. And there's a parent who once told me my child needs ABA therapy. And I said, no, you need ABA therapy because who is in charge? Who is in control? So the atmosphere your child grow, your child dwell or live in, you have to be very careful. It has to be calm. That's number one. If you as a parent, you're not calm, you're not relaxed, we're very reactive culture. And when I tell people, think before you speak to these children, be calm, because they watch your vibes. They watch you, how you react. We're not listening. We're not ready. That's why you have a lot of our children get lost in the system. And we end up cursing professionals. We end up getting angry with people we're not supposed to get angry with. What for? Because we're only thinking about ourselves. Okay, when you have a child who is autistic, remove the feelings. Try and take yourself out of the situation. Focus on the child, because a lot of the parents I work with, they're more focusing on their emotion, how they feel. It's not about the child. It's very dangerous. What does the child need? I was once a parent. I know I've been in your situation. I've done that. So, but my child was not autistic. He had speech delay. And part of it is, part of speech delay is part of the spectrum. So, I am just concerned about our readiness and how we can work together. And I notice the children are not the problem. It's the parents. The parents are my main problem. That's why I teach the parents now to teach their children. And sometimes they don't get it. The reason why they're not getting it, because the way we're brought up, the kind of language, the food we eat, the environment we live, they think that child is supposed to do the same. No. When you have a child who is autistic, you need to change your whole lifestyle to suit that child. You have to adapt to that child's lifestyle. The child doesn't have to adapt to your lifestyle. The reason why, we have what we call gut bacterial, and that gut bacterial affect our children who are autistic. even with adults. That's why I have changed my whole lifestyle when it comes to food. I do self-love. The food we eat is too much of carbs. It's too much of pre-cooked food. It's too much spicy. It's not good for these children. Even us, these things are not good for us. Too much of it. Imagine you've started eating this food since you were 5. Now we are 50. Really? Okay. We're going to learn one day. So my concern is we need to start processing the way we think when it comes to autism. It's not going nowhere. It's always going to be around because environmental factors affect you when you're pregnant. And again, we don't stimulate our children enough when our children are born. We don't stimulate them. Do you know why some people, when they're pregnant, they talk to their children? When the baby is in the tummy, they talk to them, they read books, they play music. Do you see the reaction of the baby in your tummy? So I'm going to be writing in my book, since that child was in conception, is that the word? And till the child turns 21. So my book is going to cover a whole lot of age from 0 to 21, and it's going to be a global book. It's not just going to be for UK or for one country. I'm just going to make it global. When that child is between 0 to 23 months, do you check your child? Oh, some people will say my child sleep a lot. Oh, it's okay, my child doesn't disturb me. Really? I don't use the word normal. I use the word different. When it comes to these children, they are different. You and I are different. My different and you're different. So when I wake up in the morning, my normality might be I have to take coffee every morning. A child who is autistic, when they wake up in the morning, they might have to rock their head, or they might have to hold their hair, or they might have to turn the cup over 20 times, or they might have to just do something which to you say it's not normal. What's the meaning of normal? So I don't use the word normal because for me it's not in the dictionary. It might be for you. When I went on the training, by the time the lady finished describing normality and normal, I just put my head down and I smile. I said, okay, I'm taking that word out of my dictionary now. I'm using the word different. So we have to come on board. We don't spend money doing research when it comes to autism. We don't. I was going to do my website all for Black ethnic minority. One of my researchers warned me, no, you will not make no money. They will not come. The reason why, because it's not something we invest in. It's not something that's important to us. We don't want it, we don't accept it, we don't acknowledge it, we want it to go away. And there are a lot of things they advise me. So I'm looking at it. Why are we not doing it? We need to learn how to manage these children, and we have to create a routine for them. If we don't do that, nothing is gonna happen. And when they grow up, what are you gonna do? When they turn 21, where you don't have help anymore, what are you going to do with these children? Do you have a future plan for them? Anyway, when I finish my book, I hope nobody's gonna interview me and ask me questions which they're not supposed to ask me, because I don't get angry. I just say things based on wisdom, and I'll give you biblical reference. And I tell people, I say, man, think, so it is. One pastor asked me one day, don't you think autism is spiritual? And I looked at him and I said, oh really? Don't you think mental health is spiritual? Is mental health spiritual? No. We are all prone to mental health. Correct? So it can happen to me, it can happen to you. So what are you going to do about that? You just take something to trigger us. So it's not. It's not spiritual. So we have to watch what we eat, where we go, what we do when we are pregnant. There are a lot of factors affecting these children. Stress as well. So anyway, let me go to church. And secondly, the word racism does not exist in my book, because I've come across a lot of people who are using the race theory or the race issue to say the professionals are racism. They are racist towards them. No, they're not. Who is the mother for that child? Who is the father for that child? People are just helping you out. You are 100% responsible for your child. Your child is your responsibility. People are just helping you out. When we're in Africa, do we have that kind of help? So I'm going to really trigger some people. I want them to think, because we're not thinking outside the box. And a lot of these children, a lot of these white children are getting more help. There's more research, because they spend so much time doing research about their culture, about the food, about the things they do, whereas the government doesn't understand our culture. The government doesn't know what our children eat, how they eat, sleep, what kind of exercise we do with them, where we take them. We don't stimulate them. Now it's holiday time, so they're stuck in the house 24/7. So what are you going to do with them? You need to start stimulating this children's brain. You need to start working with them, go out, do activity. If you don't train yourself, you don't teach yourself, how do you expect the child to learn? Anyway, have a lovely Sunday. I'm out again this week. This week I'm back to work. These parents will not let me rest, even though I feel sorry for them sometimes, but they just don't allow me to rest. And I keep telling them, you need to learn how to look after your children. We need to go back and do it properly, do it the right way. Anyway, it is well. Have a lovely day. Only God can change a man, not me. Me, I'm just doing my work. Okay? And I say thanks to God for the talent. I'm able to make a difference in my community. Have a lovely Sunday. Bye.